Hello people, welcome back to another episode of Sensitive Twitter Snowflake Babies. Today we are talking about Skeppy. The situation we are looking at today is incredibly dumb, so be warned, and it really shows that people on Twitter do not know how to not take everything seriously. Like if you go on Twitter and make a somewhat edgy joke, you get absolutely torn apart by the snowflakes that wander around that platform within a couple seconds. I genuinely can't stand Twitter. You know what else I can't stand? I can't stand when I wake up in the morning after a long night rest knowing that I don't have a Toshiba digital convection toaster oven 6 slicer. Lucky for you guys, you don't have to worry about that problem whatsoever, because if you like this video right now, you will be receiving one of these Toshiba digital convection toaster oven 6 slicers on your front doorstep, delivered by the man himself, Jorgen Von Strangle from the Fairly Odd Parents. Honestly, I don't even know what you're waiting for. Go down and like the video right now and you get one of these for free. Stop living without one of these in your life. Come on. Also, while you're down there, might as well just subscribe to the channel too, because my goal for the end of this year is to reach 100,000 subscribers, and I'd seriously appreciate it if you could help me in reaching that goal. Anyways, back to talking about this garbage social media platform known as Twitter. So this all stemmed from Minecraft YouTuber Skeppy tweeting out a joke that was, you know, a little bit edgy. It was definitely a little suspect of him to tweet this, but all in all, it's very obviously a joke. Now, we all know Twitter and the people of Twitter, and you know, a lot of the snowflakes over on that platform ended up seeing this tweet, and none of them really took this as a joke. They took it as if Skeppy actually meant what he said. And I mean, honestly, that doesn't even surprise me, even in the slightest. I've seen so many people get canceled over jokes or things that they said like 5 or 10 years ago. And even though they're obviously jokes, they just randomly wake up one day and see that their whole livelihood is over because some sensitive babies on Twitter saw a tweet that they made 10 years ago where they say that, you know, they were like playing basketball with a friend or something. And all these Twitter snowflakes see that and call them out for not putting a trigger warning before the word basketball because they had a friend who, you know, had a cousin who died from eating a basketball, and basketball is a trigger word for them, and you should be canceled and your whole life should be destroyed because you didn't put a trigger warning. To be honest with you guys, I just completely pulled that scenario out of my ass, but honestly, I'm sure that this exact scenario has played out on Twitter before. I literally wouldn't be surprised if this has happened before at all. So yeah, the majority of Twitter users are snowflakes and will just cancel people for just about anything. And this was for sure the case with the Skeppy situation here. He just made a joke that's honestly a pretty good joke, by the way. And some Twitter users decided to try and cancel him over it. By the way, this news is a little old, but I haven't really seen a lot of people covering it on YouTube. So, you know, I thought I'd share the stupidity over on here. Anyways, this is what Skeppy tweeted that caused people to go out and try to cancel him. He tweeted out, "Call my girl PlayStation because she's almost 5. I mean, right off the bat, this is obviously a joke. People make jokes like this all of the time. If you're a little slow with getting jokes, by the way, I got you covered. I'll explain it for you. Basically, it's just saying that Skeppy's girlfriend is quote unquote almost 5 because the PlayStation at the time of this tweet was called the PlayStation 4, and you know, the 5 was coming out soon, so almost 5. Yeah, jokes. Now, at first, people weren't stupid. They didn't immediately go and cancel Skeppy off of this tweet. Initially, people caught on that it was a joke, which should be expected. It's obviously a fucking joke. I mean, even some of his YouTube friends came in and, you know, made jokes of this tweet too. I'm guessing probably to try and solidify the fact to some of Skeppy's fans on Twitters that this is a joke tweet. Tommy in it said, "Still can't believe this a tweet that exists." And then Tubbo responded to that saying, "I hate it." Then Tommy goes on to make a few more tweets joking around about him wanting Skeppy to delete this tweet. He said in another reply, "Come on Skeppy, delete this tweet." And another YouTuber friend of Skeppy called Verb replied to the tweet with another similar joke where he said, "Call my girl Xbox cause she almost won." Funny thing about that tweet though is, even though it's technically worse because here it's talking about someone being being 1 instead of Skeppy's where the person was 5, Verb here didn't actually receive any backlash from tweeting his joke out that was similar to Skeppy's. Now, I'm not saying that he deserves to get backlash. I'm just saying that it's kind of funny that someone else tweeted the exact same thing who's also a YouTuber and he didn't get in trouble for tweeting it, but whenever Skeppy does it, it's a problem. But as you guys will see in just a moment, Skeppy received a good bit of backlash for this joke. Tommy Innit did another reply to this tweet a few months later where he said, "Skeppy, you are still yet to delete this." And Twitter user Ellie responded with, "Because it's sponsored by PlayStation." So I mean, as you can see, people initially were able to pick up the fact that this was a joke. And now this tweet was posted on June 15th of 2020. So back then, you know, cancel culture really wasn't that huge on Twitter. Well, this tweet actually ended up resurfacing on Twitter, but this time it wasn't because people found it funny. It's because people found the tweet offensive and gross, which is just ridiculous. If they saw that tweet and the replies to that tweet, they'd be easily able to tell that it was a joke and that nothing about that tweet should be taken seriously. Well, honestly, my guess for this one is that someone wanted some Twitter likes and they dug through Skeppy's Twitter looking for anything that they could twist and turn to make it seem like he did something bad. So, you know, they could be seen as an absolute hero on Twitter or something at the cost of Skeppy's career. They took a screenshot of the tweet and said this about that tweet. Hashtag Skeppy is over party. Ew. I feel ashamed that I ever even watched this so-called human in my life. You guys should be disgusted in yourselves for playing this off as a joke. This is gross. I wouldn't be surprised if was a map. And according to these emojis here, it looks like this person is just absolutely heartbroken that their favorite Minecraft YouTuber Skeppy would tweet something so horrible. Jokes aside, this is just sad that someone can't take a joke as a joke. They have to sit here and pretend that it's real. And you know, even if you're looking at this tweet and thinking it's real, like say this person actually thought that this was a real tweet and they weren't just doing it for clout or whatever, aren't you at least a little bit confused why a huge YouTuber, a huge influencer would go on Twitter and just tell the world that he's dating a 5-year-old, especially in a tweet where he compares them to a PlayStation? I just don't know what kind of fucking thought process you'd have to be able to even consider taking a tweet like this seriously. Somehow though, not even just this one person took this tweet seriously. A bunch of people on Twitter took this tweet seriously. Hashtag Skeppy is over party. Man, this who you'll stan? Is this the man you'll stan? Shaking my head. Found this. What the fuck? Hashtag Skeppy is over party. Skeppy? I didn't think you were like this. WTF Skeppy. Is she 5? If that's true, jail for you. This is mad weird. Deadass. Skeppy, sir, that is P-word. I don't think you understand what you just got yourself into by tweeting this. You know, just some absolute dumb shit. Twitter itself honestly just needs to be canceled, in my opinion. Can somebody please just cancel the whole fucking app? I can't stand it. Skeppy definitely didn't deserve any of this at all. Anyways, this is about where I'm going to wrap this video up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. You'd be helping me reach my goal, and I would seriously appreciate it so much. If you want to see more videos like this one, click one of these thingies up on the screen, and yeah, bye.